Hey guys, what are your thoughts about Firewall Dragon? Is it too OP? Is it kind of poorly designed? Today we will be talking about him, well, right now. Hello Duelists, it's Tombox here, welcome to MST.TV. If it's your first time here, well, let's talk about the discussion at hand. It is going to be Firewall Dragon. The problem of Firewall Dragon, to be more specific, was he a design mistake? Now, why am I saying this? Well, currently, Firewall Dragon is facilitating most of the hand loops and the FTKs, the burn loops, you name it. All the degenerate stuff is coming because Firewall Dragon is one of the most essential pieces in their combo. And as we all know, Konami does not exactly like these FTKs and hand loops and these degenerate combos because they do not promote player-to-player interaction. And from there, the ban list usually kind of kicks in and makes that kind of playstyle kick the bucket. Now, since Firewall is a little special, Firewall is a main character signature card, which means is it a bit protected from this ban list. Usually we don't really see too much interaction between, say, the anime versus the actual TCG, but there is some relation because it is a marketing tool for them as well. And since Firewall Dragon is the main character's card, and we're going to see this card over and over again, it's going to get summoned over and over again, it's going to get reprinted like crazy because of the marketing, and all main character cards usually gets crazily reprinted. It's just a given. So what does that mean? Well, firstly, let's recap all the other main character cards and what kind of impact they had towards the game. Starting with Dark Magician. Dark Magician didn't exactly do too much. Like, it was overshadowed by Summon Skull upon release. So Yugi's Dark Magician, most successful probably was when the new support came out and the top regionals. Something like that. Next up we have Jaden or Judai Yuki. Well, Neos didn't exactly do too much. Stratos, on the other hand, the manga card, well, obviously did a lot, he's still banned. But aside from that, not too much coming from Neos. Next up, we have Yusei, and Yusei definitely has a lot more in common with Yusaku, Reigns, and 5Ds. Very, very similar in terms of how things kind of started out. Stardust Dragon had heavy impact right from the get-go. Was part of Teledad, and Teledad was tier 0, so SJC, YCS, Tops, you name it, it is there. Teledad was one of the top cut things, and Stardust was one of those cards that did facilitate it, but it was not a central piece. So that's a bit different, but it is still one of the best cards in the game, and still used today by Winwich players. And as for the next main character, we have Yuma with Utopia. I guess Lightning was frequently played, pretty good impact. Next up we have Yuya. Yuya, I guess we did use Ara's Pendulum Dragon for, I guess, Cleese for a bit, and I guess it didn't. Then it got shuffled into Magicians. And as for Yusaku, Yusaku is, well, Firewall Dragon is a signature card, so it is pretty safe to say that his monster already has some significant meta impact, especially coming from the FTK or even just an OTK, because if you can spam 3 of them on the board, you still have 7,500 damage, and that is really close to just gaming someone right off the bat. And considering if you do have 3 of them on the board, you're potentially able to bounce at least 3 cards off the field. So it pretty much opens the killer move right there. But aside from that, more significantly, this card is able to perform loops, hand loops, and summoning loops, burn loops. So the impact is there. But what makes this card so good? This card obviously has 2 effects, and I believe it's the 2 effects combined, which makes it really crazy. The effects themselves, they're not exactly anything new, except for the co-link condition where you can't really bounce stuff. But think about how many resources it takes to actually make one Firewall. You need at least 4 monsters because it is a Link 4. Combined with, well, even if you use Link 2s and use 2 monsters to make them, well, you still had to spend at least 2 monsters for each of those Link 2s, which still ends up being 4 monsters, okay? That being said, with Firewall Dragon's first effect of, bounce and retrieve cards from the graveyard, you actually need to at least retrieve at least 4 cards, 3 to 4 cards to actually call it an even trade, or else if you do that, it's just basically a huge minus if you make a Firewall Dragon, and boom, it gets Bottomless Trap Hole. That would suck a lot. Okay, so it needs a fair number of trades. So the first effect seems kind of underwhelming, but the second effect, giving the player infinite special summons from their hand, that is ridiculous because you can just bounce stuff and summon it, and then you're just opening this whole opportunity to do loops, especially when you can bounce yourself and you have multiple copies of it, and then if you can just constantly remake that same Firewall Dragon, Well, there you have it. You have yourself a crazy infinite loop. And if you can constantly get pluses, since your bouncing number is basically up to 3, you can plus constantly off of your opponent and burn them to death. So the cards that are currently being abused a lot would be the ones that don't have a hard once per turn, which is used once per turn case. So we have Grand Soil, we have Gaga Cowboy, we have the Infernity Engine, which combined with Amazon's Archer makes that FTK, which is stupidly gross. Dandelion could be one card that you have used too, because Dandelion is also not like hard once per turn. It's not even once per turn, so you can just generate a ton of tokens as long as you have another combo piece to kind of throw them into the graveyard. Okay, with all that being said, what's the solution here? So let's talk about some of the solutions that Konami can actually move forward into trying out, especially with dealing with the Firewall Dragon problem. Now, bear in mind that the Firewall Dragon is a character signature card, and you never really take away your spokesperson, maybe until like the next generation of duels come up and then there's new main character, new signature monster, maybe then we'll hit it. But for now, let's think about what are the options available. The first one, the most obvious one, would be to ban off all the problem cards. You know, done deal. Just take away the Grand Soil, take away the Gaga Cowboy. You can't burn people to death now. Therefore, you can't get looped around. So anything that kind of stays in the field, okay, you know, go away. Once per turn stuff, go away. And you know, that's probably the most plausible solution because these cards are old. You can take away the Infernity stuff. No one would care except for the Infernity players that are playing now. Okay, but that will start to limit Konami's future R&D options. If they're trying to design new cards, it's going to be less and less powerful. There's only going to be 1 or 2 decks that are going to be super powerful because they somehow bypass this, doesn't need the Firewall Dragon thing, therefore they're going to be super good. That kind of sucks overall because you kind of want your main character's card to be used more and more thoroughly, just like Utopia was used basically everywhere in every rank 4 engine. Stardust was basically available in every single synchro deck back in the day during its era. So what does that all mean? So that would actually limit their design decisions. I'm not sure if they're going to go with that, but that is a possibility. Second possibility would be to errata Firewall Dragon. Just make the second effect hard once per turn, or make the bouncing effect once per turn, but that would just make him too weak. And what if you limit it so that he can't bounce itself? That seems like a fair way to go. But here's the reason why they're not going to do this. It's because errating a card that's a main character card this early, that just means they're admitting that they've made a mistake. And, you know, that's going to make them lose a lot of face. It seems very unlikely that they're going to do that. So what are some of the other options? Well, they can limit Firewall Dragon, put him on the ban list right away, but this is something that's unprecedented. They've never really hit the main character card ever. This would prove to be the first chance. Did Dark Magician ever get hit? Did Neos ever get hit? Did Stardust ever get hit? Stardust being one of the strongest ones. Utopia? Performable Odd Eyes? Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon? Yeah, none of them got hit, so it's not likely that Firewall is going to get put on the ban list either, but that it would be an effective way to kind of get rid of these loops. But not entirely, because the thing is, as long as you can put the Firewall in the correct position, so you've summoned Firewall later on in your combo, he can still do the same shenanigans over and over and over again. That's just a fact. And here is one other option that they can do. Power creep it out. Now that's a problem to me. If they power creep Firewall Dragon out, which is likely going to happen, the game's only going to get stronger and stronger anyway. But if they power creep Firewall Dragon, what does it mean? I mean, we're dealing with loops here at this moment. So in other words, we're going to have faster OTKs, or we're going to have like harder control compared to Zodiac. What are we going to get if we actually just power creep this card out? So this is mainly a discussion for you guys to kind of jump in. I would love to hear your thoughts regarding this design problem of Firewall Dragon. You know, it's really interesting. Share with your friends if they have like a voice that they want to share too. If they have an input about Firewall Dragon and how it's a problem, you know, leave it down in the comment section below, and I would love to see your thoughts. Well, that would be it for this episode here, but what's new, Tombox? Of course, we got our end segment here. Now, this is not completely new news, but of course, if you guys are into Secrets of Mana announcement trailer has been, well, I guess it's out from Square Enix. If you played Secrets of Mana back in the day, they're going to have a 3D full remake of the game, so definitely check out that trailer. And what else is new, Tombox? Well, this weekend is PAX, and guess what? I am going down to PAX, so if you do find me, you may be able to get this mat. This is the Ghost Ogre mat. It is not a cloth mat, it is a rubber mat I'll carry with me. If you find me and you're lucky enough to catch me with the mat, well, just answer one very simple question that I'll ask you, and the mat is going to be yours. Okay? There is also a giveaway. What more giveaway? So I am setting up my giveaway for the Ghost Reaper Ogre mat, the cloth mat that you've seen many times. It's been delayed. Now it's going to go into production very soon, and I'm opening that giveaway, well, this Friday. So this Friday the giveaway will be open. It's open until the 16th, then we'll draw the winner. And once that mat goes into production, well, we'll ship one straight to your door. You don't even have to fight people to get it this time. So that would be all. And of course, check out Team Samurai X1's video with the FTK whatnot. That was very just mind-blowing when I saw it. Until next time, don't forget to hold on to your MST.TV. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, please drop us a like so we know we are doing a good job, and you can also subscribe to MST.TV for more fantastic videos by clicking on the button on the left. Don't forget to check out our partners at Imperium Duelist. They make really high quality mats, including some of my own limited edition release stuff. And if you want to check out one of our past videos, click here on the right. As always, don't forget to hold on to your MST.TV, and I'll see you next time.